Hey guys, how's it going? It is a foggy day and I'm loving these foggy days. They've been so fabulous. It is cold out. I love it. I'm so happy. I have somebody's grandmother's sweater on. I bought this off of eBay. I figured out how eBay works. I have a problem now with eBay. I have 2 more packages that I just got notice that they just got delivered. So I have been buying things off of eBay. I bought one of Brent's Christmas presents off of eBay. I bought me a couple sweaters off of eBay. I bought a new blanket off of, I'm dying at all the things I can find on eBay. And I figured out how it works and it's, it's a problem. So the plan for today is to clean the floor in the greenhouse. It is fogged up. I'm gonna go in here and turn the heater on really, really quickly. It looks like there was a slug or somebody on the window. What? That's on the inside. Look at this. Did somebody come in and scratch it? But then it like trails. Oh, that was not a person. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Anyways, the floor is done. And that looks so stinking good. The grout is all done. I'm so happy with it. Could not be any happier, I don't think. I'm gonna come over here, turn this on, because it is freezing in here, get some heat going. And then my plan is to really quickly mop the floor in here so I can get, if there's any more of like a haze or anything on here, which it really actually might not even need it. It's looking really good. I'm not seeing a haze. I'm so happy with that little motif that we did, by the way. And then here is a overview of what the entire floor looks like. It's so good. I did get a lot of comments about going all the way around. Like I should have just done that. But here's the thing. There's gonna be a table here and the table is a permanent structure. It's not one that can be moved around. It's gonna be mounted to the wall. And then we're gonna have a sink over here and the plumbing and the electrical is all over on this side. So the table is gonna stay on this side. So it couldn't ever go to the other side or be smaller or anything like that. It's gonna have to be this entire width because it'll hide the electrical box, it will hide the plumbing coming up, and it's gonna be for a sink, and the sink is a very permanent structure with the drain. So I think that we made the right choice going in front of it rather than behind it, because then all of that just would have been lost forever. You would have never seen it. So I am super pleased with how this looks. It's so echoey in here with nothing in here. So we're gonna get it all cleaned up and then we are going to start putting things back in here. So I'll put like the table in here. I'm gonna bring some of the plants back in here. Basically everything on this side can come back in. I can't really put anything over there yet though, because next step will be building the table. Brent is going to pick up the lumber for this area. So we're going with these table legs. I've got 3 of them and the table is gonna go right there, just past that light switch like that. So there'll be just a little bit of white on that side. There's a fly. You cannot be in here. Please just be outside the greenhouse. So the table legs are gonna go there, and then I will have one in the middle, I think is what we've decided, and then one at the end. I was thinking about doing 2 of them over here, so it kind of framed the sink a little bit better, but Brent said for structural reasons, it would probably be fine with just 2, but he said for structural reasons, we should just do it right in the middle just to be extra safe. So I've got 3 of those legs. We're gonna stain them, and then it'll have a little skirt on the bottom. I think that's what he said he's gonna do. And then it will have a butcher block style countertop. We're gonna pick that up from the Home Depot. And then we're gonna go in with a like 2x6 or something like that that like sits here that runs along the face of it. So it'll feel really chunky, really hefty, really solid table-like. That's the goal. But that's not gonna happen for probably a few days. We might work on it over the weekend. We might not work on it over the weekend. We'll see how the weekend goes. But I'm really excited to get the table in because once the table's in, the sink can go in, and then that's gonna make potting things up really nicely. And this is counter height, which is really, really nice. So this is like a really good size. I don't have to like crouch over. It's not table height or anything like that. I'll put a link to those. I bought them online and I thought that they were a pretty great price for the 3 of them. So first goal, just quickly clean the floor. I'm gonna just get on my hands and knees with a sponge and just kind of wipe everything down. That way I can really see if there's any weird spots, which I think Brent came in here last night and cleaned everything one more time but it looks so sharp. Very, very pleased with this. Okay, that was easy. I'm gonna go in really quickly with this tile and stone grout sealer, just so that way the grout stays cleaner a little bit longer. Hopefully it doesn't stain. I have this from an old project. I don't even know if they make this anymore. This was also picked up at the Home Depot. Can you tell we shop there a lot? That's the only thing that's close to us. So I'm just gonna go through. It says to use a white towel. I'm gonna use a dry sponge because that's what I have on hand. And then I have to let it sit for 2 hours before I can come back in here. So we'll get this on, and then I'm gonna go inside, try to warm up. Hopefully the greenhouse heats up a little bit, and then I will be back so we can put everything inside the greenhouse. Been just under 2 hours. I'm not gonna wait a full 2 hours. It's been like an hour and a half, and I'm gonna start moving stuff in. I cannot wait. It should be toasty in the greenhouse now, and the flooring should be dry with that heater on. Oh yeah, it's nice and warm in here, and the floor is definitely dry. So I am gonna start moving some stuff in here, and what I am gonna start with is the black shelf that's in here. That is not gonna be a permanent fixture in the greenhouse. The seed rack that I was using, I would like to make my own seed rack. I would like something that's not this. I don't love that. I would like to make like a wood one that's like kind of like chunky up here, and so the lights are kind of recessed into it so you don't really see the lights anymore, and then it's got like a solid base to it. I want things that look solid. So this just feels like a metal rack that I picked up from Amazon, which it is. So let's go ahead and start moving some stuff in there. This is very exciting. my green. Oh yeah, just throw it at me. Okay, everything is in, look at that. Everything is in the greenhouse. Well, not everything. Most things are in the greenhouse until we get the other side done. This side done with the table, which we will start in the next couple of days, I promise. Then everything will go in. Next step is building the bench, getting the sink in, getting water, and then we'll have a functioning sink. We are trying to decide if we can get a instant hot water heater inside there because what's basically coming out is hose water, and it is a little bit chilly in the winter time. I was washing my hands with the hose outside and I was like, oh, my hands are numb, which is not the end of the world, first world problems, right? But it would be nice to have hot water in there, so we will see if that's something we can do. We're kind of like seeing if we have enough ampage, wattage to be able to afford to do that and have the lights on. Just because an instant water heater, we didn't really plan for that because I thought it's a greenhouse, it doesn't need hot water. Joke's on me, it would be nice to have hot water, but if I don't, it'll be fine at the end of the day. Next step is the table. Let me turn the camera around to show you guys. It looks magical. I mean, come on. Isn't that so great? You can barely tell that that is off center. I mean, I'm sure some of you can tell, and I'm sure it's driving some of you mad, so I am sorry, but this is so nice. Everything is not in their forever home because we still have lots to do in the greenhouse, but you come in, there's a little welcome mat. I love the black line right there, and then you come in, the medallion on the floor. Perfect little greenhouse for two. I can work, I can hang out. I am thinking what I might like to do is get like a comfy chair, and then that way I can be out here in the evenings, have a little space heater going. I would like to get a different space heater. That one is really gross. Would like to see about getting like comfy chairs, so that way I can just sit out here, start some seeds on this, and then I really, really, really want to get the table done, and I really, really, really want to get like a old like 9-inch TV with a built-in VCR, have that plugged in, and just be able to have like a TV going that has like old school nostalgic movies over in like this corner over here. I think that'd be so stinking cute. Have a little TV in the corner. I could sit out here, start seeds. I could make myself a cup of coffee, hang out in the greenhouse. This is very much a extension of our home. Our house is under 1,000 square feet. It's very small. And so this is growing and extension of our home. So we're using it as both, not just a place for growing plants. This is eventually going to be wood shelving on this side. And then that way I can have my grow lights tucked in, have everything kind of like nicely placed instead of this like metal rack, which is fine for now. I mean, I don't think that we're gonna do this until next year, but it's, even with plants in it, it's still really pretty and I really love it. I really need to give everything a really good water. I haven't watered anything since we pulled everything out of the greenhouse, and that's been like a week. So some of these plants are a little bit dry. The finishing the floor took priority and I just didn't think about it. So once we're finished here, I will go ahead and water everything in. Like this soil container and that basket will probably go underneath the bench here. Or like the soil thing will probably go back in this corner where I've got the trash can, and then like the basket might go under the counter. I don't know, I can play with it. And then all of the plants over here, this will all kind of get moved around. Like I think what I would like to do is the jasmine that's there, I would like to put it on the countertop and have it be kind of like an instant, like it's gonna be a tall countertop, so it'll be up to here, and then have it and it'll instantly like grow. I think that would be so pretty. And then like I've got the like variegated, it's like a wax ivy, which is like a succulent right there. Really needs some water. It's really light. I would like to get a pedestal to raise that up a little bit, and then have the olive tucked up, so that way there's some variance in height a little bit. My little beehive, I plan to have that up on a shelf. I don't know, I just think it's really pretty. I actually think it's called a bee skeep, not a beehive, and it's backwards. There we go. See, it has a little door for the bees to go in and out. Isn't that cute? It's a little bee skeep. But it looks so good. Could not be happier with it. It's just feeling cozy. It's a small, cozy greenhouse. I mean, it's actually a pretty good sized greenhouse. I will put a blog post in the description down below going over everything. If you are curious, I am working on a video. I just need to film it, talking about everything greenhouse, talking about what we spent, what upgrades we bought, what upgrades I wish I had gotten, what I wish I had done, what I wish I hadn't done, all of the things greenhouse are, this video is coming out. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below and I will get to it. But overall, I mean, come on. This is so magical. This is so extra. And now that everything is inside the greenhouse, it's less echoey in here, which is really, really nice. It needs to be less echoey in here. Few people have already asked, is it slippery? Yes, the tile will be slippery, but also I don't plan on just leaving water on the ground. If I spill water, I will clean it up, so I'm not that worried about it. There will be some condensation, but I mean, I don't know. I think I can figure that out. Is the grout going to stain? It should not stain because we sealed it, so I will have to seal it probably once a year or so. It's just like any shower, bathroom, you want to seal your tile. So I will be sealing it on a regular basis. That way it stays looking nice. Am I worried about the grout staining? No, I'm not worried about the grout staining. Am I worried about dirt getting on the floor? No, I'm not worried about dirt getting on the floor. We are going to use it as a greenhouse. There's already dirt on the floor. And other than that, I think that was kind of the major questions, concerns, comments. If you have more, just drop them in the comments down below. I'll answer them. I think this is where we're going to end the video today. Cleaning the floor, putting everything back in the greenhouse. Next step, you guys, is putting the table together. Hopefully, I think I'll take a couple days from working because, I mean, this was kind of a construction project and I would like to take a couple days off. So we'll take a couple days off and I'll just do like garden stuff. I've got a bunch of garden plants that we just picked up and I will get all of those planted. But this is where today's video is going to end and it is so stinking good. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for encouraging me to move forward and get this project done. I see your comments. I really do appreciate it. And I think Brent also appreciates it because he also wanted this done. So thank you guys so much for visiting our garden, hanging out with me today. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.